Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Taking a quick look here at Ton. Got a lot of questions about Ton coin here, kind of seeing where we're at. We see a decent amount of volume here at this lower level, about 637. Possible bouncing level if the price were to pull back any further. But why don't we just take a quick look at the backend data first and just kind of see where we're at here with the liquidation levels. And again, if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Been trading and teaching for over 20 years, and I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully you can learn something here today. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site, link down below. Oh, quick congrats to our community members too as well for some decent profits here. We offset a Solana stop loss with an FTM long at 30% and ICP short at 43. So again, all works out in the end, folks. Let's take a quick look here at liquidation. And what we want to do is kind of recognize a couple of things here. First of all, this is the monthly overall view of liquidation levels. We see a ton down around $4. Pun wasn't intended there, but kind of cool that it worked out that way. Anyways, we only see a lot of liquidation at $4. Let's zoom in a little bit better so we get a decent understanding of what's going on here, because this is going to tell us a little bit more in the last 7 days. We can see again lower levels at 620, 630, and then as low as about 520. Okay, so again, a lot of liquidation below the price action, but a decent amount above too, right? So we got to recognize that we could see a sweep in either direction, but down would make a lot more sense in this regard than it would going up. Again, just depends on the overall market. This coin looks, from the outside looking in, it does appear to be fairly strong and holding the line compared to where Bitcoin's at right now. So let's go ahead and see where we're at here. So first of all, daily time frame, taking a look at the moving averages, we can see this ascending trend, pretty clear how it's working fairly well. So the overall sense here for this coin is moderately bullish. It's pretty safe to presume that the coin is doing well, right? So having said that, now that we look at that and we kind of identify some areas here, what we want to do is kind of discuss and take a look at some SMAs, etc. So on the daily time frame, we're up over 70 in the RSI, generally a great sign. Best time to consider selling is when the price action pulls back down below 70. We may not be there for a little while. This has tons of momentum. Convergence on the MACD, all reasons to not take a short position here. Easy way to understand it. Same thing as well here with the money flow index being quite high. Those are all reasons why the price action should be able to sustain itself. 4 hour time frame, double checking this as well. We're seeing a very similar scenario. We're up over 70 in the RSI. Until that comes back down, it may not be a good consideration to sell or take profit. Money flow index is pulling back, however, which that isn't terrible, but we want the MFI generally to be higher than the RSI. And then of course we see money flow index, or sorry, MACD, trying to diverge, but hasn't yet. So there are some shifts in momentum happening, but they're not major. They're nothing crazy. This is very, very standard stuff, and I can tell you this coin looks very strong. So taking a trade against it makes very little sense. We can also see we're above the 20-day SMA as well. So to me personally, when I see something like this, I'm much more likely to want to take a long than a short position. But I can tell you that there's some inherent risk taking a trade with the coin that's at this level too. Again, it's very high. If Bitcoin does pull back, we could see a bit of a correction, but there's a lot of strength too. And if we take a look at the HMO cloud, we're consolidating above the cloud nicely. The lagging span, let's see here, kind of sort of free and clear, and the conversion line's above the baseline. So this is not like a very, very clean setup, but this is still good in the sense that we're maintaining above the cloud and holding fairly strong. So we can see a pretty distinct resistance level here with the volume based at 696. So just say round number $7. If we were to close above $7, there's a solid chance we'll see the price take off from there. Leading into that, I would say be very careful taking a trade of this coin. It looks like it's on the edge of, I wouldn't say disaster, because it's not even close. It has a lot of good stuff in the macro. However, the hourly here is getting close to a losing its momentum type of scenario. And if it does, then we probably want to just kind of hang out and wait. Again, generally speaking, it's a good rule of thumb to ensure the price action stays above the cloud, which was doing so far. But if it does break into the cloud, that would be a no buy zone, and we're really close to that. So a little too close for comfort for me to want to take a long position, but I would say that you do have a better statistical probability of the price going up than down, pending Bitcoin doesn't make a run for 64,000. Okay, that's generally where we're at there. So again, all good things here for this coin. Congrats again to people who are in profit with this. I would just say adjust your stop loss higher to ensure you secure profits, and make sure you're in a position where you're not over leveraging or using too big a position size. I always recommend a more than 5% position per trade, and the whole concept there is just to trade with the same amount every single time. So you get used to winning and or losing with that amount, and you can adjust your risk tolerance according to that. Okay, so again, that's generally how I like to do it myself with my trades. And again, I just recommend always applying your own risk tolerance to the trades even if you're going to consider, taking my trades, or if you want to take your own, whatever the case is, just make sure you own it at the end of the day, right? That's the bottom line. All right, folks, I hope you learned something today. Thanks again so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.